What on earth is Jito? What on earth is the JTO token? This must be one of the most confusing cryptocurrencies for people that are new to crypto. The price is going up and down and in circles. We are not going to look at the price. We are going to look at the fundamentals and at data that you've probably never seen before. Now, this is the first thing you get greeted with on the website. MEF-powered staking rewards. What on earth does this mean? MEF stands for minor extractable value or maximum extractable value. It's the value you can generate by rearranging blocks in a blockchain. I'm sure this made things way clearer, didn't it? Okay, let's take a step back. When you submit a transaction to the blockchain, you say you want to buy asset A and you want to swap it for asset B. Let's say you've got some stable coins and you want to swap it into a certain altcoin. What do? You go to a decentralized exchange like Uniswap and you then execute that swap. You submit your transaction that you want to do that swap. Now, when you submit this transaction, you have to wait for a bit, right? You have to wait for the confirmation. What happens here? What's happening technically is that you are sending your transaction to a temporary storage, to the mempool. You're submitting that transaction with some kind of gas, and then a miner will pick up that transaction and will create the block from that. Many transactions in a block, the miner decides on the order of those transactions, and the miner orders them usually in sequence of how much gas had been submitted. So you say you want to swap asset A for asset B. You say you want to pay, say, $1 worth of gas for this. Now, what does that mean? Everything in crypto is public, including the mempool. That means other people can see that transaction. Now, if your purchase of that asset moves the price a lot because you buy that much of that asset, then somebody might be looking at that mempool and say, I want to buy just before that transaction gets executed. I want to get that cheap price. I want to get executed first. I want to submit my transaction with a higher gas fee. Then that bigger transaction gets executed afterwards. And then I might sell directly afterwards. What I've just described is called sandwich trading or front running. And the profit you can generate from that, together with related kind of transactions, is called MEV, minor extractable value. So Jito is MEV powered staking rewards. You stake your Solana and you profit from the front running of other traders. That's essentially what's going on. This is essentially what's getting you rewards. Now, there are all kinds of MEV, minor extractable value information pages. For example, this one over here, this is explore.flashbots.net. This is the all-time most profitable transactions. There was one on August 1st, 2022, where somebody made an arbitrage transaction profiting $3.3 million in a single transaction. Here are the MEV profits that all of those front runners have made. This is now on the Ethereum chain. This is not on Solana, where Jito is housed. Still, we can see this is big business. It's a business that's consolidating, but still it's millions over millions of lost profit for the traders, but gained money for the front runners. Now, Jito currently offers 7.29% APY, and it's a very successful protocol. More than 600 million total value locked on Jito. That's 6.6 million SOL tokens. The growth is stalling, though, somewhat measured in SOL since November of last year. Roughly. Now, here's a platform I use every day. It's Dune Analytics. And Dune Analytics decodes information for different blockchains, for example, in this case, Solana, and it displays that information in very nicely digestible charts. So here we've got a dashboard dedicated to Jito. We see again the SOL being staked. Here's the number of weekly active stakers. Here's weekly deposits and withdrawals. Here's the weekly staking reward. So we do seem to have an equilibrium here, right? Because there's not much more being staked, but that's also because the reward pretty much doesn't grow anymore. Now, looking at all of that growth, looking at all of those nice statistics, why is the price not performing as one might expect? Why do we simply just see sideways trading action? Why do we have this here? One possible explanation is circulating supply. There are currently 340 million JTO tokens floating. 1 year from now, this will be 557, almost double. Even before that cliff unlock, we are still going to grow by roughly 20% or so. So that's not necessarily the prettiest of supply charts, right? Price is a result from demand versus supply. There's obviously demand, but unfortunately supply is increasing also very quickly. Now for the very short-term picture, we've got something very interesting, and that's the chart behind me. This is a tool that I've built myself. It's available for the premium members. TheBitcoinStrategy.com is the link. So that's the one down below over here. What we see in this chart is the number of first-time traders of the Jito token versus the number of recurring traders for every single day. So we've got a comparison every single day. Now what we want is that the number of first-time traders exceeds the number of recurring traders on a given day, because this shows us that the project is growing, that more and more people want to get into the token. Once this turns around, for example, here on Christmas, right, where not a lot of people were looking at cryptocurrencies, the price potentially isn't doing too well. Now, what's very positive is that we see a vast inflow of traders since the 9th of January. And that was over here. Since then, the price went up by more than 50%. I very much enjoy doing those kinds of on-chain analytics. They're very insightful and they can potentially give us a good hint of where the price might go. Yes, today, so far, the number of recurring traders is above the number of new traders, but of course, the day hasn't yet closed. And the last days, everything looked very, very healthy, right? We always had the blue bars being larger than the orange bars. If this is your first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. It helps the channel grow. There's also a free Telegram. Link is down below.